Good evening and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale, and tonight is the first blending combo of the Tiny Rebel 8th birthday box. We're going to start by showing you the glass. It's pretty damn cool. You've got the Tiny Rebel State logo on the front saying welcome to the Tiny Rebel State, and on the back you've got the markings as usual. I'll show you some more of that when it's got some beer in. They actually stand out a little bit better. Inside the glass though, you get something to colour in the pretty cool box. You get a pack of Tiny Rebel pencils. Keep away from children and all that jazz, but most importantly you get something that's really exciting. I say really exciting, I get excited about the simplest of things. You get a pair of Tiny Rebel socks, and you've got the bear as the balloons and you've got the Tiny Rebel name on the toe. Pretty cool if I say so myself. So what am I doing? Well, I'm doing these as 4 separate videos. You've got blend 1, blend 2, blend 3 and shockingly blend 4. And I'm starting out with blend 1 that I'm going to call it, and it is the blending of these two beers. You've got Roundboy and Shake and Bake, and we'll start with well, I say Roundboy, not So Fast Roundboy. It is the coconut and vanilla cream IPA that weighs in at 5% ABV, and it says on the back of the can, round and round and round we go. And then you've got a list of ingredients. You've got the really funky artwork that's not showing up very well because of the bright lighting. But anywho, it's kick-ass, and that one pairs up with the chocolate and banana protein hard shake, otherwise known as Shake and Bake, and that one weighs in a little bit higher at 6%. And this one intrigues me. Your ingredients list covers water, malted barley, malted wheat, oats, banana puree, cocoa nibs, chocolate powder, lactose, rice, hops and yeast. So I'm expecting some body. And I'm expecting, I don't know what to expect on the flavour, because I mean I've had chocolate porters and chocolate stouts, but never chocolate in anything that's not a darker beer. So it's going to be interesting to see what this is like. And banana works well. You know, you get it in some of the sort of the Hefeweizens, and obviously you got the banana bread beers from the likes of Brewery. So banana works well. But in the coconut and vanilla cream IPA, yeah, I've had coconut and vanilla in IPAs, and obviously creaminess comes from your lactose. The ingredients on this one are listed as obviously your water, malted barley, malted wheat, oats, again for the body, rice, toasted coconut, coconut flakes, lactose, vanilla, hops and yeast. So we've got some really interesting little flavours, and I want to do a little bit of a taste of each on their own, and then I'm going to launch into the blend. And in order to keep it separate and so I can taste each constituent beer on its own, I'm not only using the 8th birthday glass, I'm using the 7th birthday glass as well from last year. So we're going to pour a little bit of the Not So Fast Roundboy into the 7th birthday glass. And this is the one that it's the vanilla cream. So the pour, we're not going to go huge on this. Just going to have a little bit of the 330. So your beer is pale as expected from an IPA. You've got a bit of head. It's a little bit hazy. There's some decent carbonation. Now bearing in mind we've got the bear that's sort of acid etched into the bottom of the glass, so you get a bit of carbonation coming up. And it you know, it's a typical hazy IPA. Let's have a whiff. I'm getting coconut. I'm getting a real alcoholic hit from it, which is interesting because it's the lower ABV of the two. If I remember rightly, it's the 5%. Yeah, it is. So to get that kind of boozy hit is interesting. Let's have a little taste. The coconut is obvious. The toasted coconut, more so. You've got that rich, roasted, slightly burnt coconut flavour, and it works really well. The kind of thing you perhaps find sort of toasted off and topped on a dessert. It's really nice. I like where it's going with this, really nice. And then obviously we've got the Shake and Bake, the chocolate and banana protein shake. So this one, I don't know what to expect. So we're going to go straight into the 8th birthday glass. Let's pour it around the side so you can see. It is pale. Interesting. That should do. Not an awful lot of head on it. Again, it's hazy. There's no real carbonation to speak of, and even whizzing it around the glass, I'm not really getting not getting much in the way of a head. Curious. Okay, so let's have a whiff of this one. Again, I'm getting that kind of boozy number. I'm not really. No coconut. Sorry, no coconut. No chocolate. But if I take it away quickly, I get a little bit of banana in the background. Interesting. That's interesting. I do get chocolate. There's a slightly metallic chocolate, so it leads me to think that obviously the darkness is coming out of a dark chocolate cocoa. Banana's obviously there. No real heavy hop hit or anything like that. That's interesting to me. I was expecting different, maybe like a Belgian style. I think those flavours would suit a Belgian beer quite well over that darker, heavier base. Yeah, it's interesting. I get both the chocolate and the banana, and the body is good on this as well. It's got some heft to it. It's more like a stout in terms of the heaviness in the body. Finish is sweet on that one. I'm going to go back to the other beer just to get a bit of a notes on the body, because I didn't really pay attention to it. Light to medium. Finish is kind of boozy. That's weird on the 5% ABV. So we're going to go for a blend. So what we're going to do? We're not going to blend a huge amount just in case I don't like it. So we're just going to give a little bit more into the 8th birthday glass of the chocolate and vanilla hard shake. So we're going to go for about where we were, and then we're going to blend some of the not so fast Roundboy. Go for about half and half. There we are. So we have a small blend. It remains hazy. We get some of the head from the not so fast Roundboy. Let's give it a bit of a mix. Let's go for a whiff. Do we get chocolate, banana and coconut on the nose? It smells like pudding. Think of your, what's it called, Angel Delight, those kind of aromas with booze behind it, and a little bit of Malibu, bizarrely. There's obviously no rum in here, but there is coconut. Yeah, a bit of Malibu with a bit of chocolate and banana Angel Delight behind it. Let's have a taste of the blend. Cheers. Well, blended, you lose a little bit of each of them. You know, they are hidden by each other. It remains subtly tropical. You get a little bit of that cocoa come through as well. But I think you lose what really makes each individual beer stand out. The toasted coconut doesn't translate in anywhere near a way as it does on its own. You don't get the sweetness from the banana, and the chocolate doesn't stand out either. It's interesting. It mutes everything. They play together well, don't get me wrong. They work. But I can't help but think I prefer them on their own. Yeah, I like it though. I do like it. But I think in this case, they are greater on their own than they are combined together in one little glass. Not bad, not bad. So there we have the not so fast Roundboy, and this one, the shake and bake. What do I think of them all? So if I was be able to buy these again, would I? Would I buy the coconut and vanilla cream IPA on its own? Not so fast Roundboy, would I? Yeah, I like coconut. It works. I like it in the pina colada style IPAs, and I like it in this, particularly, excuse me, because you've got the translation of the toasted coconut. That's a flavour I adore, particularly in pudding. So yeah, I'd buy that one again. Would I rush out and buy it again? I probably would, because I love coconut. So, but it wouldn't feature very highly up my rush out and buy again, because it's not got a huge hoppy hit, and it's very sweet, and it's not overly bitter. In fact, there's no real bitterness to speak of at all. It's got a little bit of a boozy hit, which was surprising, but not hugely appealing, other than I love the coconut. And I say not hugely appealing, it is, because I'd rush out and buy it again, but it's not one of the top tier beers, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to give the Not So Fast Roundboy 4.25 out of 5 from on the Untapped score sheet. And the Shake and Bake chocolate and banana protein hard shake, would I buy this one again? This one, I'm not so sure. If I want chocolate in a beer, I'm going to go for a stout. If I want banana in a beer, I'm going to go for like a Weissen, or maybe something more traditional, not in a pale ale. Certainly not combining it with chocolate in a pale ale. I would buy it again as the occasional sort of dessert beer when I want something that's not as malty as a stout. But I wouldn't rush out and buy this one on its own, I'm afraid. I would give this one 3.5 out of 5, which, regardless of anything, it's a decent score nonetheless. It's just perhaps a little bit too sweet for me to drink every day. I like them bitter and smashing me round the face, like Storm Dennis that's raging outside right now. So, ladies and gents, boys and girls, that has been blend number 1 from Tiny Rebel's 8th birthday box. I've been Nick. Down there are some buttons. You've got one that's called like, one that's called dislike, a comments button, and the subscription buttons as well. Let me know if you've had the box, or indeed just tried these beers on their own somewhere else, or from the box. It'd be good to know what you think. This has been The Beer. I've been Nick. I'll see you again for Blend 2. Bye.